like to see. Here we go. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Christ is King. Welcome to episode 196. Your favorite D list actor coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, where it's 92 today. It's going to cool off soon. It's going to drop down in the 70s for a couple of days and go right back up to the 90s, which I like because, the air conditioning bill keeps it down. Miss Moon in the house. She knows about heat out there in Las Vegas. It was only 88 on Monday, so I got my run in. Hey, Mom. The funny thing about the run is I haven't felt that sluggish on a run since like the first run I had when I moved here. Like legit, that was maybe the slowest black cat in the house, slowest run I've had since I moved here. And Shannon was going down for watching live. We got 2 likes. Rest of the workouts this week. Well, let's see. I think I worked out 2 other times this week. I did a push pull on Tuesday, and then today I did a full body to catch up for everything that I missed because it was a busy week this week. We have finals this week and finals next week. I had one and I'm done with that one. I got an 86 on it in my freshman class. So that one's Audi 5Gs. The stove was not on. And thank you for watching. The stove was not on. Thank goodness. That was fun. It was like I said, the classes are so great. We go in there, we get a lecture for an hour and a half, and then he starts talking about what we're going to be doing for the day. And for that project, we had to add voiceover. So we were running boom mics. My buddy Caleb ran boom for me, and then Logan ran camera. That's why I got the OTS, because if you look at the straightforward shot, you can see that there's a dip down behind me. So he was up on a chair sitting like that with the BTS. That's why you see a slight move in the camera because he's going handheld with it. Yeah, pretty good shot. He did a great job with that. And then I think the biggest problem with that video when I did it, it wasn't the video itself. It was just the sound. So I also did for the first time. I tried to get room tone, and I did. I recorded some really good room tone. But when I added the room tone to the video, the room tone was too high. And I don't want to go back and fix any of this stuff because I want to put it out as is so that I can look at things and see that I'm progressing and getting better at what I'm doing. But the whole thing for that one, what we were being graded on, I believe, was under a minute, and you had to tell a story. You had to have an opening title card. You had to have credits, any kind of credits. I went with rolling because I have never done rolling credits before, so I thought it would be a lot of fun to make rolling credits and then put my name on there for all kinds of cool stuff. And of course, add voiceover. And I went a little above and beyond and tried to add room tone, but as I said, I believe my room tone was set a little bit too high. It's a learning process. I'm definitely learning. So anyway, back to all the workouts. But I had to skip the 2 days. So much going on. Let me see what I got up here to tell you guys about. Oh, so Echoes of War. I went yesterday to see the first time it being played in front of a crowd. So basically, all the capstone. I believe there was nine. It ended up being 9 capstone projects that were being shown, and it was. So I think they kept it under 6 minutes or something like that. Or 6 minutes. Anyway, it was really short. They cut a lot of what we did in that film, and I'm hoping that Brooks, the director, makes a director's cut and puts everything back in it for when he puts it into the film festivals, because there is so much that was taken out because they're only allotted so much time. And that's one thing about a lot of stuff that we do is you got crazy parameters, so you just can't just go out there and make the film that you want because there's a lot of constraints and controls on you, so you have to cut a lot of your stuff because you only get so much time. It's just like the project I'm working on right now. So I'm hoping to see a director's cut of that, and I think that would be awesome to see directors. I can't wait to see a director's cut because I know that can be at least 12, 15 minutes of that film. There's so much stuff that they took out of it. Like the torture scene, like the stuff I showed you guys behind the scenes, the BTS video, they cut half that. They cut half of the torture scene. I know, I was sad. I was so sad. But I understand why they had to do it because, of course, you have the time constraints. But the cool thing was is that, at one of the theaters there at the, film school, in Mesa, they had all of the movie posters from all of the, capstone projects up there, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. I got a picture of that up on X. But I've shown you guys the movie poster before. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, but, that shot of it in the actual theater, I had to put that up on X so that me, of course, I'm gonna do the selfie. Funny, funny, and actually, it's a funny picture. There's a little stuff written on down there, so if you're on X, go check it out. It's pretty funny. So on Wednesday, I didn't make it out there on Wednesday, unfortunately. I wanted to, but it was later in the evening, and I don't get to spend a lot of time with the wife during the week, so I was like, "Nah, she has to go to bed early." So, flights Imperial, Ephemeral. Sorry, Flights Ephemeral, the second film I did here in Phoenix, with and this was the first one I did with the Phoenix Film Collaboration. Yep, that's the name of the group. They're over there on LinkedIn. If you're in Phoenix and you want to make films and you have ideas, you're a writer, whatever you do, PA, they meet on Saturdays and they talk about and they make films. So it's cool. I make a lot of them. Get in the group, check it out. Cool, cool stuff. Let's get up there. Oh yeah, Wednesday. Another reason why I didn't go to the thing on Wednesday was it was our anniversary, the actual day of our anniversary. We're going out tomorrow night. So it's gonna be real nice. But with the wife going to bed early, we can't super celebrate on a Wednesday. So we just made a really nice big steak dinner, and with everything, and then champagne and just that. But we're gonna go out Saturday night. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 8 years of marriage, and then in July. Sorry, it will be 8 years since our first date, July 15th. Yep. Had my baptism on Sunday. Pictures are up on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to go check that out. Yes, sir. Pretty cool pic, actually. I think they did a great job taking the shots. Thank you, Ma. Yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to meet up this morning with that VA group. Thank you, Miss Moon. And the directions they gave me were shit. So I drove around for an hour, and then I get home, and they're like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." So I don't think I'm gonna be hanging out with that group of veterans. It don't take much for me to be like, "Yeah, that's enough. All I need is one red flag. I'm good. I don't need to hang out with y'all." It's May. That means I have 2 films this month, both student films, one with JoJo Stepik, who I worked with on Beautiful, 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 Beautiful Boy, which is available right here on YouTube. Just go to JoJo Stepik's, Stepek. Go check out her YouTube channel. You can check out that short, and I'll be doing another one for her. This time I'm playing a guy. It's in a group of dudes. They haven't seen each other since they were kids. They have to go to a funeral. So that's a lot of emotion in this one. Exciting. And the other one, of course, I am playing a therapist. So a completely different way to play a character, which is awesome. It's just more and more and more stuff that just, my wheelhouse. It's pretty big. And I actually talked to JoJo today, and she said that, yeah, it would be no problem. She's going to be getting us some footage for our reels. So I should have some, hopefully by the end of, and it'd be nice to have a full reel by the end of summer, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get. It's all good. No worries. I'm happy with it. That's where we are right now with the acting stuff. I did do a few submissions this week. One was for a military role, and the other ones, honestly, I don't remember what they were, but they're definitely my wheelhouse, and they were all local. So one of them was from my agent, and that was the military one. It didn't have dates on it, but I'm guessing it's quite soon, and I'm going to have exactly 25 days off of school. So if I can get 25 days of work on sets, other than just film school projects, yeah, that's going to be dope. That would be dope because it's nice to get paid to do work. Yeah, yes, it is. All right, guys, we made it through the opener, 9 minutes and 44 seconds. Sip on whatever you got. I'm drinking just the waters today. So I got some 92-degree day. I mean, it's not really hot here, but Stay hydrated, regardless of where you are, what the temp is. Stay hydrated. It's good for you. Think about it. Your body's over 70% water. Come on, Pepsi. So you should be drinking a lot of it. I'm just saying. It's math. On to the first segment, the first name segment of the show, the social media segment, because we're not just here live every Friday on YouTube. Yet. We are all over the interwebs. You can check us out over on X, formerly known as Twitter, at TJWIMZ. You can find us on Instagram at TJWIMZ. Facebook and LinkedIn at TJWIMBS as in bullshit or bullshy. And if you're a big fan of the IMDb, the Friday Night Remix, the Internet Movie Database, you can find me at imdb.me/TJWIMBS or just Google me. And I'll be there. As I was saying, new pics up all over the internet. Got my baptism pictures up. Go check those out. If you're on X, there's a new pic of me at the ASU doing the selfie in front of the movie poster. But the funny part is my body is covering out the E and the C on echoes. So it says hose of war. And I sent the picture to my wife, and that's what she wrote back to me. Hose of war. I think I died a little bit inside. Yes, Mom, but you can still go on there and check out stuff for just to check. You could like cruise around and look at it. You don't even have to have a thingy thing. You know, it's cool. I like it. You should get one though. I think you should have X. I think you'd like it. I do. There is a new video up on X, as Black Cat mentioned earlier. Was the stove on? Well, guess what, guys? If you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you. But if you haven't seen it, please head over here. Same channel. Latest video is the stove. That's what it's called, the stove. And yeah, a lot of new stuff that I had to do for the first time to make that video. So it was a lot of fun. Well, that class was just so much fun. And so far, I think I've made 11 of them. And I think I've got 6 maybe up on there. So there's still some more to come for you guys. So every 2 weeks, as long as I have content, I will be dropping something every second Wednesday, which might motivate me over my 25 days if I'm not working. If I'm not getting extra work, I'm not in film school. I need to be making stuff. Hopefully, I get all this stuff that we recorded from production class, and I can make that horror film trailer. That would be a lot of fun because that would once again more stuff for me to put up there for you guys to check out. We got one new subscriber this week. We're back up to 435 subscribers. That's right. Appreciate all of you guys coming out. 8 people watching live, 3 likes. Appreciate you so much. Numbers for acting are down. Numbers for the show are down. No touchdown. No up down dance tonight on this Friday. But hey, it's cool because we got tons of new stuff up on the internet for everybody to check it out. The interwebs, if you will. Videos, pictures, cool stuff. Drink them if you got them. Now on to TJ's Hollywood Seconds. You may have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again, not a lot of news this week that I thought was newsworthy. Sorry. On the IMDb's, the Internet Movie Database. It's funny, I have 4 dogs and I'm allergic to dogs. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? So I only have one thing, so let me put the glasses on. And it was, of course, bad stuff. Ruth Buzzy, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He is a comedian, an English comedian, passed away at 88. So if you like new Benny Hill times and all that kind of back then, that dry British comedy, he was back then. That's when he was in his heyday. How about them O's getting deeper and deeper in Major League Baseball into the doghouse? They are in dead last and digging deeper in their division. Poo-poos on them. Hey, the Lakers got eliminated from the playoffs in the NBA. That's fantastic. I like it. What's on TV? And what am I watching? I keep forgetting that I have all those channels that have baseball, so I'm gonna start watching baseball this weekend. Keep forgetting. Mobland, Guy Ritchie, episode 2. Good stuff, man. Just finished episode 2. Yeah, getting a little violent. Liking it. Check it out. Guy Ritchie stuff. Good stuff. Andor, back on season 1 because the wife wanted to check it out. Just finished episode 3. Another one of those getting blasted. Good stuff. Like I said, for some reason, it seems better the second time watching it. I'm liking it more. And this weekend, we will start The Last of Us. I do believe it's out. So if it's out, we're going to start it. If it's not out, I'm so happy I haven't seen any spoilers. So that's good. But I really like to get up on that. Yeah, not much else until I start watching me some baseball games. I'm going to be talking about them. All right, guys. Last sip for the last portion of the show. This week in film school, I'm just going to warn you guys, this week in film school is probably not going to be that exciting over the summer. So I better get some work. Not something to talk about or start watching more shows, more movies. And maybe I'll go to the movies more. Fall class, when fall comes around, they'll have a lot to talk about. I'm very excited. Anyway, back to this week in film school. Finished up my freshman class. Got an 86 on the final. Yeah, feeling good about it. I didn't study. That's why I only got 86. In math, got my math review for my math final exam, which is next Tuesday, the 6th. Yes. This is the one that's math's been kicking my booty. I haven't done math in 23 years. Was 23 years. I'm working on the review, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I could use a good grade on the final. Definitely could use a good grade. On to production class, my most favorite class there is because we literally create every single day. We had a 4-hour film challenge last Monday. Came down to the wire. Everybody was turning in literally at the last. Why do I keep saying literally? I don't know why. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't even like that word. Everyone was turning in at the last second. They actually were doing it. A lot of good stuff, though. I can't wait to see it, which is awesome because we're going to see it. On the 5th, Monday, our finale, our final is due, which is my final project that I'm working on right now. And we'll get to see all those videos for the 4-hour video film festival challenge, plus our finals, which I've been working on my final. I'm on version 4.0 of my final. Added another transition in there. Thought it needed it. I thought the cut was a little too harsh. Also, still haven't figured out exactly what music I want to drop in there yet, but I have to have music on there. Very important. And I was thinking about that one part where I was just going to do it at the end, but now I'm seeing spots where, man, music early on might hit really well. So undecided on that. And then I'm gonna have the wife check it out because there's a couple spots where I'm like, you know what? I finally got it under. I had 25 minutes of coverage. And over 25 because I went and got my B-roll. So I had over 25 minutes of coverage, and I had to condense it down to under 5. I finally got it down to under 5. It was like 4:56. But after watching it, you watch it over and over and over again because you're looking for mistakes, you're looking for where you can, edit this, do that, whatever. And there's a couple spots where I'm like, man, I don't know, that might be a little bit too much redundant. Maybe I can cut those 5 to 10 seconds off here or there. But I'm gonna have the wife watch it and then see what she thinks because I got a couple of things I'm gonna have her specifically watch the whole thing and then watch this part and then watch this part and tell me if it can be cut. Because if it can be cut, I'm gonna cut it because I want to shorten it down even more for the class. And then since I have all the coverage, once the client wants to start making videos for their website, and then I will I have all the extra coverage and all the extra footage that I can use to chop up and put in there wherever I want and all the sound bites. So that's awesome. And yes, making this interview looks like I may have worked my way into getting work because it just so happens when I asked the guy, because I don't want to say who he is yet because I want you guys to see the video. Started talking to him at the same exact time. He was like, "Yeah, man, I want to launch a website very soon." I'm like, "Well, I just happen to do video production." You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's talk. And we talked, and it looks like there's going to be a business deal going down. It's funny because my instructor mentioned that this happens quite often when you do the interview um, portion of his class. That a lot of people end up getting actual work from it, and I am now being one of those people who actually going to book work from what I've done already in film school. What I'm doing in film school. That's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, making videos for a website. Yeah, buddy, what's up? That is dope. Man, this class just gets cooler and cooler. I just need production class year round. But eventually, when I'm at ASU, that's all I'm gonna be doing. I gotta get a lot of stuff done. That's why I'm taking these summer classes to knock these things out, extra things out, so I can get in there and do all the stuff that really motivates me, makes me happy, and that's why I'm in film school. And I'm excited to get all that stuff when I'm at ASU. Every time I go to ASU, it's just like so freaking amazing. I'm just like, yeah, I love being here. Just that when you walk into the building, wait, hell, you just see the building, you're like, oh, this is dope. First of all, it's like, you know, I think back to when, like I was a little kid. I was like going to a Division 1 school, even though I'm not going there for sports. I'm attending a huge university. This is just a school that's like in the top 10 in football. You know what I mean? And it's just so cool. And if you guys ever get a chance to check out the facilities, the film school over on Mesa campus for ASU, it's beautiful. It's every time I go there, I'm just like, I'm a kid in a candy store. So when I got to see myself for the first time on the big screen there at the college, that was pretty dope. This day was a fun day. It was good. We were the last video they played, uh, and so it was all good because I had to go as soon as I was done there. I had to drive to school because I had a test to take. Or sorry, I had this class. I had a class and get my grade, but I didn't get my grade, so I don't know what I got on it. I didn't feel too good about it. It's all good. Finals coming up. I'm gonna knock it out of the park. That's the plan. Get through this math and then move on to the next thing, to my computer class and my science class. Get that done and get all those things done so that I can get onto that core stuff, the stuff that's just fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna give thanks real quick. I'll be back for a little bit of the last outs. Namaste, my friends. It's getting warm out there. Be safe. It's yeah, it's basically summer. I mean, so watch out. A lot of people out there, hey, it's summertime. I'm at the pool. Be careful out there. Defensive driver. Keep your head on a swivel like you're playing linebacker. Be safe, guys. Yeah. And I'm out this one.